Why has there been confusion about every single thing you've went into debt for? You thought college was paid for. You thought this was a move or a trend is starting.
My private student loan, the interest rate lowered. So now it's only 6 point something instead of 12.
Yeah, the one that's going to be paid off in 20 years.
It's 17 now.
A student loan for 17 years? Is that how you want it?
No, it's not what I
That's like a mortgage. Sarah, welcome back to Financial Audit. Happy to have you here. So we'll do a little recap of last time. Last time we uploaded your episode on August 16th, 2023. So we're looking at essentially a year ago, which is exciting to see what you've done in a year. 31 at the time, assuming you're 32 now.
Yep.
And you were a program manager for Wisconsin Reading Corps. You were doing $52,000 a year gross. Now, one of the issues is because your debt was a little confusing. We were trying to get through it. And once we did, we realized in order to get out of besides going through something like bankruptcy or just letting things to fall into collections, you essentially had to make $75,000 a year to start getting out of it. And we discussed that about halfway through the episode. Your credit cards at the time, we were seeing $5,133 on a Discover It card, Sam's Club card, $226. JCPenney card was paid off. An Ulta card was also paid off, and same with the Mercy's card. And then we had student loans. That was a chunky federal student loans of $70,000, and private student loans also chunky, even though it was lower rates of 6.2% for private. For private, it's considered lower. For federal, that would be kind of high, but $74,000 there. And just low checking account balances, low savings, and there's basically no emergency fund. It was $800. So, a year. What has happened?
So right before I came on the show last time, I had sort of done a balance transfer for the Discover It card to a city card. So I did pay that off before the interest accrued. So the Discover is gone. The city I kept open, but it's empty, mostly because I'd have to call in to close it, and I didn't want to.
Sure.
So all of my credit cards are gone or paid off every month.
Wow.
Yep. I still use the Sam's card. I use that usually when I'm going on, when I'm traveling for my work, because I have to travel around Wisconsin.
And you pay it off every time?
Yep.
Becoming a credit card person?
I told you I was a credit card person in training.
We like it in training, and the training looks to have paid off if that's all the case. That's really good. So did you end up increasing your income?
Yeah, so I did get kind of a side hustle. I do some freelance work like writing different pieces for a company. And so usually I'll get about an extra $1,000 a month. Last month was really slow, but this month I've already made $1,000.
And is your main job the same as it was before?
Yeah, I did get that raise that we talked about.
So what's your new income with that job?
Offhand, I cannot remember the yearly gross, but I make a little bit over $1,500 every 2 weeks, but after taxes.
Oh, okay. So you don't know what before taxes is?
No, but I can't remember the numbers, so I have my book.
Okay.
That's okay.
Yeah.
So my monthly net income is from Reading Corps is $3,177.88.
So I bet you went from 52 to 55, 56?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay. Very cool. Awesome. Well, let's start going through these and let's see where everything's at. So as you mentioned, the Discover down to zero. Very well. So obviously that was $5,133. Wow, that's crazy. That's wild. When did you pay this off?
The Discover to the city transfer, I paid off. I did the final payment, I want to say in May or June, so fairly recent.
Wow. Okay, so how aggressively were you paying this off?
So I was paying off, I was doing $250 a month. Obviously, I wasn't using it.
Good.
But I got a thing. I did the math and realized that the interest period was sooner than I thought it was. So then I just threw a bunch of stuff at it right at the end to make sure that the interest wouldn't catch up to me.
Wow. This is okay. So let's talk. And then we have the Synchrony card. This is the Sam's card. So this is the one you spend on, but you pay off.
Yep.
The examples of a credit card person. See, it can be done. George Kammel, I'm looking at you. It can be done. No, I love them. So on here we are getting, I mean, it's bullshit for what it's worth, but it's only bad in the context of having bad debt, no emergency fund. So we need to put your whole thing to.
Well, and because I use it for travel, that is all covered by my per diem.
Sure. Cool. So is it always, do you ever spend over your per diem?
No, I usually spend under, so I'll get a little bit extra.
Well, there you go. Green Family Honda. Is that a rental?
Oh, okay. I did have to put. So remember how my car is like a 2013 Hyundai Elantra? Mm-hmm. I had to spend like $5,000 on that sucker this year because my tie rod broke.
Was it worth putting $5,000 into?
Don't know. It wasn't all at once.
$5,000. Okay.
Ish. But it shouldn't break again. If it breaks again, then I'm
for how long? Should it not break again?
I'm hoping for several years. I'm hoping to get like another 5 years out of it. That's actually something I wanted to ask you. Because my credit card debt is gone and we're just looking at the student loan debt at this point. Should I aggressively pay that off, or should I prioritize saving for the probable new car that I'm going to need really soon?
It's a good question. Let's take a look. Let's put it all into context.
Yep.
So yeah, but that was obviously expensive. But again, you paid it off.
Yeah.
So JCPenney card, $0. Cool. Nothing there. Comenity. Alta purchase. Is this like the Alta card?
Yeah.
And then the Macy's card.
Yeah. I only use those when it's like use your card at the store and get so many % off.
But again, paying off, right?
Yeah.
And that's all the credit cards, right?
Yep.
Okay, see, this is what I'm talking about. You come in here, I grill you. I'm a bit of a cheeky dick. And then you go out there, you get your taken care of, and then you come back and look at this. Look at this. Everyone, I'm proud of you. Everyone back there is proud of you. The audience better be proud of you, or I'll come and get you. But this, this is great. Are you kidding me? Good. This is what we're talking about. This is what I love to see from this show. I'm so happy. Okay, so let's talk to federal student loans. We had 70,000. Is it only 26,000? Down from 70,000, or is this a separate?
No, it breaks split out into two. It's got my undergraduate and then my graduate.
Yes, I see. $66,319. So it is down from the 70. What's your minimum monthly payment on all these?
Right now it's technically zero. I am suspecting they put me back. I didn't ask to be put in deferment. I've been paying the minimum. I calculated out how much interest accrues every month, and I've been paying that.
Just interest?
Yeah.
But your balance has gone down, so you put a little extra.
Before, I think I was doing $250, and I was focusing it on one particular, so I was paying the interest on all of them and then extra on one. Yeah. I suspect that starting in 2025, I'm going to have a payment of $324.
I see a regular monthly payment on one of these, and then the other one is zero.
The regular monthly payment is like 6 cents because I'm on the.
It says $308.
It has not been charging me $308.
That's for the smaller 26,000, and then on the $40,000 one, it's $0 is the regular.
It hasn't said I'm late or anything. I'll have to call
them. You're not past due, and it must be because of the status you're in. I mean, it does say, okay. And you know why? It's because the next payment is due in January. So it's done in January.
Yep.
January 13th, that $308 is owed. Yeah. And it doesn't have that for your larger one. So I like this. We'll talk about this versus the car in a second. You know, what are the interest rates on these?
So they're all different because they're not, but I have them all here if you want to look.
Yes, absolutely.
And some of them are.
I don't like the 6.8.
That's what I wanted to ask too, because some of them are bigger than my private loan. So should I focus on those first?
So 2,300 is a 6.8, 4,800 is a 6.8. Then 2,600 is a 6.8. The rest are at a great rate that I wouldn't really worry about. Well, 19,000 is at 5.8. Is that federal?
Yeah, these are all my federal loans.
Jeez, okay.
My private loans are over here, but this isn't accurate anymore.
Let's look at those private ones.
Sure.
69,700. Last time it was 74,000, so a little bit of progress, not much. Your regular payment of 592. Is the interest rate the same as it was before?
Yes.
Okay, so it's locked in at 6.25.
Yes. It's a fixed rate. Yes.
What's this? This is a new card.
Oh.
Must be.
Yeah. I've already closed that out. So I got that to get a discount on some of the car repair I had. Do not get CFNA. Worst company I've ever worked with.
Sure. Never heard of it.
Right. It's just for like Tires Plus and Firestone.
Okay.
But they absolutely. I'm
Firestone. I don't even like Firestone in general.
Like, I paid extra on it. I paid like an extra $800.
There was a late fee, and then you got that refunded.
There was, and I called because I paid it the day before it rolled over.
It just didn't hit.
It didn't hit, and so I was like, but I already paid it. I thought I had paid it, and then I had paid it.
You got a reverse though.
By $15. They didn't give me
what was
the
total
thing. It was a $30 payment. And then when I paid my final payment, they said that I didn't have sufficient funds, but I did. I'm like looking at this account right there. So it must have like just not connected. Maybe I put the numbers in wrong. I don't know.
Are you telling me this is a zero now though?
It is at zero and it's completely closed.
You closed it.
I angrily cut up that card. I was so mad at them.
Well, for a lot of people on the show that can't control their spending, I would say close your account. I actually wouldn't have closed it just for the sake of your credit, but
yeah, it was so new and just like I hate them so much. I hope their whole business goes out. I hate
Steady
them.
Simplicity zero.
Yes.
Okay.
That was just the transfer balance.
Yeah, I've had bad experiences with Firestone.
Mm-hmm.
What is this? ENT and allergy.
Yeah, so I went to an allergy specialist. That is on a payment plan, and it's pulled out of my health savings account.
No interest.
No interest.
Okay. And so the current balance is $1,259?
I think it's a little bit less. I think I had another payment come out, but it's right around
What's your
$1,000.
payment?
It's about $100 a month.
So it's a year?
Pretty much, but it's coming out of my health savings account, so not my money.
Right.
Well, my money,
well,
but
it
pre-tax.
Is.
So
yes, exactly. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm down for that. Is this your checking account?
It is.
Oh, this is an insane checking account to read. What the
I know. I don't understand. It's.
What the this is impossible to read.
I can help if you want.
I'm going to try. Previous balance, wait. Was that 17,000? Or 1,000? 1,798 and 88 cents. Wow. Okay. And 1,200 was the current at the time of the statement, I think. Okay. Whew, it's impossible to read this. Okay.
My credit union is weird. I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is aggressive. I don't know if they just want you to not be able to read statements or something, but
it took me a while. I did send because you guys asked for like what's your rent and stuff, so it took me a while to figure out what that was.
Yeah. Wasn't much BS in here. There was one Domino's purchase.
I did. There was a little bit of BS. I had gone home to visit
some ATM withdrawals.
I actually, so to help with the budgeting, I pull out my food and house money.
So that's hard to track. So I wouldn't be able to track that.
No, but see, when I have my card, I always forget how much I've already spent. So
good.
When I have the cash, I can be like, oh, it's
very
low.
Good.
No, I can't get this ice cream at the store.
Point George Kammel. Yes.
Yeah, so I need it to be in cash so I can see it down. And that's what happened when I went home. I didn't pull my money out beforehand and decide how much I wanted to spend while I was kind of on vacation. And so I ended up going not too overboard, but like I wouldn't have gone to the candy store if I could do it again.
The cash method, the wallet budget or the envelope system, it works really well for people that can't like manage the card swipe, the digital wallets, the digital budget. Yeah. So I like that you found what worked for you and you're doing that, and that's good. That's good. Happy to hear that. $100 and it's the SoFi checking. You have the checking so you can take advantage of the high yield. Okay. Yep. Right. So 1,800.
It has gone up, so I had to.
What's it at?
It's just over 2,000 right now. I'm trying to get it back up to the 3,000. I had gotten my high yield saving. I had gotten my emergency fund up to $3,000. Then I had to drain it because of the car.
That's what it's for, though.
Yep.
You used it.
And then I had to drain it again because of the car. So this is the third time this year.
Yeah, I just wonder if the car was worth it. It already happened, but
yeah. I mean, like in the moment, and the problem is it kept breaking while I was traveling for work. So like I had to get it fixed to go home.
Because the car situation is weird.
Yeah.
I'm going on the route. Those student loans aren't great interest rates. Nothing's above 7%. You're not, when you put it in a high yield, I want to rush you to $10,000 in a high yield savings to, get like a $8,000 to $10,000 car or something like that if you have to, or, cover a major repair. So I'm definitely down for that. It's not even with great high yield rates right now, and honestly, they're going to start going down because rates are about to start cutting. Just one this year probably, but we'll see from there. Who knows? Even if at the 4.5, 4.6 from the SoFi, you're going to be losing it with the 6.8 on the student loans, some of the federal, and that's fine though because what's happening with your car situation. If you had a 30% car debt, I'd be like, okay, let's get a 1 month emergency fund to recover your highest deductible, and then let's pay off that debt.
Sure.
But with that, I would 10,000. But after the 10,000, I still would rush to pay off the high interest rate student loans.
Okay.
I would still aggressively pay off the private ones. I'd still aggressively pay off the 6.8%, 5.9% ones. But once those are gone and you're just stuck with like the 2 or 3% ones, I'd make a monthly payments till those are paid off and just start really going into investing. I would probably do, how old are you now again?
32.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I would do 50, 30, 20, 50% on needs, 30% on wants, 20% on investing. The 20% on investing is the important part though, because I need you to get to a good retirement. So if your needs are higher than 50%, we're taking from our wants to fulfill that. Don't take from your investing first, unless it's absolutely necessary at the end. But this is good. You've made a lot of progress.
I've paid over, I calculated it, I paid over $10,000 in a year and lost 20 pounds.
Hey, good job. Wow. Oh, those 20 pounds went right to me. As a full-time creator, I can tell you creating engaging videos takes a lot of time and effort. From scripting to editing, the whole process can be a headache. But that's where InVideo AI comes in. With InVideo AI, you're in the director's seat while the AI acts as your co-pilot, taking care of all the heavy lifting. InVideo AI is the world's most used AI video creator with over 10 million users in more than 150 countries. It's the only tool I found that lets you control every aspect of your video using simple text prompts. So here's how it works. To start, you enter in a detailed prompt. For example, create a YouTube short explaining what an index fund is. InVideo AI will generate a rough draft based on your input.
Instead of buying individual stocks, you invest in a whole bunch at once. This spreads out your risk and saves you time.
If you need to make changes, it's as easy as typing. You can add subtitles, change the voiceover, or even modify the intro with just a few text commands. Want to change the language to French? Done.
Au lieu d'acheter des actions individuelles, vous investissez dans un ensemble d'actions à la fois. Cela vous permet de répartir vos risques et de gagner du temps. De plus, les fonds...
Need better footage for a scene? Done. It's that simple. And here's the game changer. InVideo AI can clone your voice. Imagine creating videos in your own voice without having to record anything. This feature alone saves you time and money, making video creation more accessible and efficient. Once you're happy with your video, you can export it without watermarks and with access to high-quality stock footage. This comprehensive tool replaces the need for multiple apps, saving you hundreds of dollars each month. So if you're serious about upping your video game, try InVideo AI. Plans start at just $20 a month, and you'll get access to millions of royalty-free stock footage clips, voice cloning, and more. Scan the QR code on screen or check out the link in the description and use my code FinancialAudit50 to get 2 times the number of video generation credits in your first month. And retirement, let's see what it was at versus where it's at today, because it is a higher number today than it was. Was it 3,000? Oh, your 401k was at 3,450. And it's at 8,500. It's delicious. It's wonderful. And obviously, once we start getting on that 50, 30, 20, once you pay off the student loans, it'll be great. And then the Roth IRA. Okay, so that's pretty much the same.
Yeah, I was thinking about rolling it over, but I figured I'd keep it so that then once I start doing the 50, 30, 20, if I like max one out, I can put it in the other one or something like that.
Okay, perfect. And then 319 in the health savings account. So are we continuing to contribute to that? Because obviously that doesn't cover the full thing that you have to pay for.
That comes out automatically
How much?
every paycheck. I want to say it's $50 from me, and then there's like a $50 match from my company.
Wonderful. So that'll then, perfect. That'll cover the payment.
Yep.
Wonderful. Cool. So honestly, my suggestion is just continue doing what you're doing. Even just within your own BS spending, that's, pretty minimal. I'm very happy to see where you are. And I'm happy the way that you're doing, in the budgeting program that we teach, which I recommend everyone go through. You know, we wanted to make sure nothing's ever going to be one size fits all, and we want to teach it. And you found a method that works for you, and I'm really happy, and that's great. So I'd continue this, grind it out. I know the student loans are a big number, but I mean, you are killing it, and I think you're gonna do really well. And I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
This is so good. You have any questions?
No, I think we covered them. So really focusing in on trying to get sort of a car emergency fund.
$10,000. I would do 10 to 12. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that was kind of my biggest concern because, like, I hope it lasts for another couple of years, but
yeah,
it gave me a rough year this one.
Yes, it looks like it.
But yeah, no. Thank you. Thank you so much for your help. I never did actually receive the budgeting program.
I heard a couple people say that now. It had to have gone to spam. So we'll get you connected with that. And I think actually we should start looking into that as well, because that we've heard that a few times now. So because I think we used some third-party system before we had our full email service up and running to send that out, and I think it went to spam.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll get you with that. We'll get you with the investing program, and we'll get you with everything that we offer.
Great. Thank you so much.
Beautiful. Well done. Well done. Let's get an updated Hammer Financial score. What was your Hammer Financial score last time?
I think it was like a 1 or a 2.
Oh, it's definitely going to be better than that now. It was a 2. Hammer Financial score this time. So let's think spending in a budget. I mean, spending in a budget, you're doing great. I'm very happy to see it. Obviously, there's a little bit of BS because that's going to knock some points off, and I'm still very happy to see a 7 out of 10 there, which is really good. Okay, and then I always forget the category: spending in a budget. Your debt. The private student loans kind of suck. Some of the rates still kind of suck, but obviously as far as debt, it's not that bad. The thing that's going to really bring it down is that just the balance is really chunky, especially compared to the income. So it is still going to be about between a 3 or 4. I'm going to give a 3 out of 10 for that. Your emergency fund. Emergency fund, we're on our way. You're not there yet. What was it, 3,000, 2,000?
It's a little bit over 2,000 now.
So that's a 2 out of 10 if we're aiming for 10. So 2,000. Retirement for your age, you are behind, but you have started to play catch up, and I'm very happy there. I'm going to give you a solid straight down the middle 5 out of 10 there. And real estate, 0 out of 10 for now. But I honestly think if you end up wanting to get a house within a decade, we could talk about it.
Awesome.
So beautiful. You've gone up from a 2 to a 3.5 out of 10. And I honestly think, especially when that debt score goes up and when that emergency fund score goes up, you're going to be a 5 in no time. So I always like to ask, would you recommend that people come on Financial Audit?
I think I would recommend people come on Financial Audit if they know what's wrong and just aren't sure how to fix it.
Okay.
I knew I had some credit card debt and a lot of student loan debt and just wasn't quite sure how to tackle it in what order. So
make sure to check out all the resources linked in the description below, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.